Welcome to the ripple effect of love for dads and families. How are you today? Today we look at relive the feeling of success. And why would that be important to relive our success? Because when you are focused on what you want more of, I'm assuming you want more success, it's important to be able to bring that into your life. Before I get started, I have a great meditation, just a short, maybe 2, 3 minute meditation for you. Very different. My meditations are always guided. I forgot to introduce myself if you're new. I'm Christine Bernat, stress management coach. I have taken myself from being mostly debilitated, doing nothing much, to living a thriving life. Do I have setbacks? Yes, I'm going through one right now. I call this the breakdown to the breakthrough until I have figured out what it is that I need to release, what is blocking my success in this aspect of my life. Well, in my case, my body talks to me and there's pain in my body. Does it prevent me from doing everything? No, but it does prevent me from enjoying the winter that we have. Um, 60 centimeters of snow on Sunday and Monday. And those of you who are in inches, you can Google that. Have fun. I'm not too sure. It's a lot of snow. Maybe almost 3 feet of snow. So I'm feeling a little bit snowed in my area, but it's okay. It's just snow, doesn't hurt anyone, and I did not have to be on the road. So yesterday we had Alex Bradley who was here, and he talked about a lot of different points, which were very, very important. Maybe some of these points triggered you and got you to um, kind of have a little bit of a setback. Maybe you took one of these tips. If you did, I'd love for you to write in the chat, what is this one tip that you took and are using and doing your best to implement it? Because when we implement new strategies, sometimes we need an accountability person to support us, because it's really easy to say, oh, I'm going to do this, and hiccups come up, things come up, and it can be challenging on your own. Maybe you've always done everything on your own and you're doing an awesome job. But what if you had other dads? So I will be starting a group for dads and families. So bring your loved ones, bring your teens in. They will learn, and that will be great. So you can connect with me at the top here to see if this is what's best for you. It's a 20-minute call to see. So, oh yes. One of the things that was discussed is I don't expect you to be perfect. Learn from your mistakes. It's important not to expect perfectionism from ourselves, but also from our kids. Another thing that was mentioned is right thinking derives right choices. Yes, being right. And I'd like to add, allowing our children to have experiences. For example, your child doesn't want to go to bed at night, it's a hassle. Well, you can always try, maybe more like on a Friday night when there's something Saturday morning that's not too important, and ask your child, okay, you can stay up. When do you want to go to bed tonight? And then the next morning, you let them sleep in and get up. They are to put their alarm on, check it out, and they'll see how they're tired and how it's not working out for them. They will experience it. And when a child experiences the, I don't like this word too much, but the negative effects of a choice, the motivation, that inner motivation to take steps to move forward will be stronger in them. They will remember. Sometimes they'll just need a reminder. Remember the other day when you stayed up late? How did you feel the next morning? Or by the end of the day, oh, I was great. How about at supper time? Were you crying more? Were you more at ends wit? Were you tired? Some kids might need to do this for a week, so it might be something that's better to try during the summer or a week off. They can also try use your inner wisdom to see when is the best time for you and your child to experience this. This is about bedtime routine, just an idea that you can try. Another thought that was shared is, how would you like us to structure this together? So I love organizing like a family circle, and I will be talking about this further along in the year, how that works and how to support one another and give each child, because if you have more than one child, for example, three, there's that middle child that often feels left out. Or so how do you bring that middle child to feel like what they're doing is amazing as well as the other ones? How do you offer them as much space and time as your two other children? So there are some tricks, and you can connect with me and find out more. Another thought was, prioritize what your loved one likes. Yes, it's so important. What is one thing that your loved one really likes? And how can you do this together just to spend time? Not because that one activity is your favorite activity, but just because it allows you that space to connect and exchange during this, while your other one is doing one of these things that they really like. Sometimes we're so busy with our schedules, with everything, we don't pause to say, okay, where can we fit that in? Or maybe you want to create an activity that you both like so that it's in the schedule. And maybe one is just not enough. How much time do you each need together in order to thrive with your loved one? This is very important. And I look at your value system. What do you value? What do they value? Have you lost things in the background because of misunderstandings, because of XYZ reason? There's so many different reasons. They're not coming up right now, and that's okay. We can talk about this again because it's such an important topic. And then fix yourself first. Are you trying to fix your children, fix your loved ones? Have you focused on fixing yourself? I understood that fixing myself first was a priority. And when Christian's on here, we talked about this. We talked about how he understood very quickly, even though he wanted his son, who had hyperactive tendencies, to do the snap, tap, and zap to self-regulate, because he was the one that needed it. However, as Christian worked with me and us, he came to realize, like most of the parents that I work with, that if you're fixing yourself, you're self-regulating yourself, you're able to see new opportunities, new perspectives that you wouldn't have been able to see. You're able to shift some of the ways that you act and interact with your children and your loved ones. And it also gives you the ability to teach your child intrinsically. What does that mean? They learn from us doing. They learn from us doing. I'm going to say that again. The best way our children learn is from us doing. So if you look at your child and there's one thing, you were to choose one thing you would like your child to change, what would that be? So take a deep breath in. What would that be? Write it in the chat. Share that. And how can you implement that in your own life first so that your child can see you doing it and learn from you? Especially, this is super important, especially if your children are 7 and under, because the brain is like a sponge of information between 0 and 7, and 95% of this information plays in the back of our mind 24/7 and affects us in our daily choices and decisions. And are you second guessing yourself? Feel uncertain of your capabilities? Self-regulate right away. As soon as you have that feeling, just snap, breathe in, notice where the tension is, relax the shoulders, and exhale. Excellent. And there was the 3C model. I really liked his model. However, for my brain to be able to do that right now, it would take me a lot of training, and it's okay. So you just say cool, calm, and connected. And that's how Alex did it, which is great. If you do that, you train your brain to be able to do this. So the 3C model, cool, calm, and connected, is excellent. The 3C model I learned from Anna Marie Di Giorgio last week or the week before was communicate, communicate, and communicate. Sometimes we need to take a step back when we're communicating with our loved one to be able to just be ourselves and discover what it is that we really want. What is it that makes you thrive in your life? And are you able to keep that? I still remember this one dad once said to me, Christine, I cannot stop running because I have a child. And I said, oh no, please don't stop running because you have a child. How can you run with your child? Right? So it's being able to see these little opportunities. Of course, you can go jogging with your child, whether you're jogging outside in nature with those super baby strollers now, it's easy. Or if you're at the gym, you can put the baby in the car seat, mini car seat, and let them sleep during that time. That one might be more challenging. It might be easier to go out running in nature or in the streets of the city, wherever you live. Might be easier because usually babies, will sleep during that time. Pick your time. Don't do it just before a meal because they'll be hungry. After they've been fed might be a better time. So it might ask of you a bit of flexibility to be able to do this. Okay, so ready for the meditation? It's a short meditation, and let's see. Let's take a nice deep breath in. Feel in your body. How do you feel? Do you feel tense, relaxed? We're going to do just a little bit of snap, tap, zap in case you have some tension. So snap your fingers or clap, tapping gently as you breathe in. Notice where your tension is and put it on the spiraling train as you exhale. One more time. Let's breathe in. Relax those shoulders. If you need to move them, sometimes we need to move, it's better. Relax the spine and exhale onto the spiraling train. Letting all that stress, whatever's happening, the tension in your body, go to be burned by the magma. Okay, hopefully you're feeling a bit calmer. If not, you can just continue tapping gently. I invite you to close your eyes. Of course, if you're driving, I don't want you to close your eyes, but you can do this later, come back. So I want you to just take a deep breath in and try and remember a time where you felt successful. See this, feel it. Maybe there's a few pictures coming up, and that's okay. Maybe there's thoughts, maybe there's images, and it's okay. Some people might need to just look at pictures to remember their successes, to have them come forward. However your brain works, use that to be able to see and feel how you felt in that moment. Sometimes we need to see what we're wearing, who was there, right? Who supported us towards that success. So if you want to close your eyes, keep breathing in, relaxing the shoulders, and exhaling. See some of your successes, whether they're at work, at home, with your loved one, with your children. It's okay. Think of those little, they don't need to be big. Just bring them back into your heart right now. Feel that, those successes that you've had. Sometimes we've had so many challenges that we don't recognize. A part of our brain doesn't want to recognize that. But just allow, breathing in. Take another minute to just soak in. How does it feel when you have succeeded at something? Try and think of one thing from work, one thing in your personal life, and one thing in your family. It can be when you were little, it can be now. Bring that memory into your heart. And how does it feel? Did you feel seen? Did you feel heard? Did you feel loved? Did you feel valued? Which one of these did you feel the most? Did you feel you were contributing to your family, to your community, to society? Keep breathing in. Allow yourself to feel whatever comes up. If there's any negativity from your mind, just tap and say, thank you for showing me this, and send it onto the spiraling train. And then you put your hands back in your heart, breathe in. And whatever comes up today is exactly what you need to bring into your heart. Let the feeling permeate throughout you. Does your heart feel nice and warm? Does it feel safe? Does it feel cozy? How does it feel? Notice that feeling. Maybe you're proud of yourself because it was a huge thing. Maybe it was something as simple as choosing to have an Epsom salt bath. Doesn't matter what it is. As long as it makes you feel good on the inside, bring that love into you. And how are you feeling now? Doesn't that feel great? This is a practice you can take in and practice again and again for you. Whenever you lose confidence in yourself, whenever you start doubting yourself, right? Connect to those successes. And they don't need to be awards or medals, as long as there's something that was important to you that you succeeded in. For example, starting a live here was a huge thing for me because I had so many layers of fear of public speaking. And now I'm here, I'm calm. And yes, there are some butterflies coming up, and it's okay. I'm just going to take them and I'm going to put them onto the spiraling train, and I'm going to let them go and allow myself to just be in this space. And hopefully you were able to experience this. And if you didn't, it's okay. Try again tomorrow. You can follow my YouTube channel, and then you can just go back to the episode. I think today is 42, and go back to this episode 42 so that you can remember those moments where you've been successful. And my success is not necessarily your success. What is important to you? That's self-love. We've been talking about self-love. Have you been giving yourself more self-love? Breathe that in. Have you been connecting to your inner wisdom and using it more often? If you have, breathe that in. And just allow yourself the grace of this moment, anchoring yourself into the power of adaptability. We adapt, and we adapt so much more. We took quite a few minutes here, 6 minutes to roughly, to just anchor in that feeling of success. What does that do to the brain? That makes the brain, because it felt so good and yummy in my case, hopefully you felt that as well, then it wants to create more of that. So what if you did that on your way to sleep at night? You're in bed. If you're the kind of person that lays in bed and falls asleep before their head hits the bed, well, then you might not want to do it before you get in bed. But most people, need to do have a few minutes before they fall asleep. Let's just say it that way. So what if you take it to bring in success, the memories of success? And success on a day can be just, today I got my Stripe account link so people can pay me, right? That's a huge, huge success for me because I'm not an IT person. If you're an IT person, you're like, oh, Christine, I got this in 2 seconds. It's done for you. I know. We are all different and we all have different abilities, and it's okay. So it's that gratitude towards ourselves, gratitude towards our successes, being proud, taking the moment. It's not with the mind that we're doing it. We're doing it with our hearts. And that is the most important part of doing this, doing it with your heart. It has a much more profound effect on your long-term success, in my opinion, on your long-term wellness, on your long-term joy, and your ability to love deeply your children and your loved ones. So on this note, I hope you have a great end of day. And when you Oh, when have you been surprised by a positive outcome? Ooh, yes. Share that in the chat. When have you been surprised by a positive outcome? Sometimes we don't expect it, and all of a sudden, wow, this happened. This is so cool. I'm so excited, right? This aligns with the expectations that we've been talking about too. So I wish you all a great day. Take great care of yourselves and take a moment to connect to your heart and bring in those successful moments for you. Take care, and I will see you for episode 43 tomorrow. Flexibility, the secret of deeper family connections. Thank you for being on the journey with me. Have a great day and